Hey everybody, another at-home workout. This is all about the abs here. I'm going to show you 4 ab exercises. You can do them as many times through as you want, hold them for as many seconds as you want. I kind of did mine relatively different today because some of them were much harder than others. So some I was able to hold for 45 seconds, some 30, some 20, and however many reps you want to do is all on you. Now, one thing I have been absolutely convinced of, and Keith Barr at No Holds Boxing has really drilled this into me, abs and leg strength affects everything as far as performance. And just the few training classes that I've had with him, he really focuses on abdominals, strengthening your abdominals and strengthening your legs, because those are the 2 key areas, I guess, if you're going to be an effective, efficient boxer. But one of the other areas he says you see it in is a reduction of your time as far as endurance and running and walking and all that sort of thing. And I'm convinced of it. I've taken about 3 or 4 classes from him before I tried to do my first jog of the year. And I went almost 5 miles in a shorter amount of time than I have been able to go. So my distance was much longer than I was ever able to go. I can't even remember the last time I did a 5-mile walk or jog. And I was able to do it relatively easily. Like I wasn't even winded as much as I was last year. So I am convinced of that. So I'm trying to be more deliberate and disciplined and training my abdominals better. Not just for that, but because it supports my back. And I've noticed I'm not as clumsy. I'm somebody that's pretty clumsy. I trip and I drop things quite a bit, and I've actually noticed that that's happening less and less. So as I age, anything that can prevent falling and that sort of thing and keep me mobile, I'm trying to focus more on that. So this is set up as a Tabata, but again, being deliberate, being slow and controlled, focusing on the movement and the quality here, not for speed. So the first exercise is a plank. I call this a hip side to side. You're getting down in a low plank here again, flat back, and your abdominals are up, and you're just going to drop your hips side to side. Try to get them to the floor or close to the floor, and you're just rotating side to side for however many seconds you want to do that. The second one is just your basic bike cycle exercise. And that's where, again, something else he taught me about is when you come up, making sure that your head stays straight and your chin never goes down. So making sure you're always looking up at the ceiling, and then you're just cycling left to right. Holding in those abdominals, making sure they're against the floor there. Then your next one are side plank dips. Now you'll have to do these on each side. So you're having a side plank here. Your arm can be wherever you want. Just making sure you're in a straight line and those abdominals are up, and you're just dipping down and up, down and up. This is excellent for the obliques. Every time I do this exercise, I feel it the next day. Then you'll flip over and do the other side. The last one is just a basic toe touch crunch. He does these a lot. You can have your legs wherever you want, up, in a bent or even down on the ground. So you're just putting your hands behind you, and again, focusing on your abdominals and your form, keeping your head up, and it's just a slow movement up towards your toes and back down, slow and controlled. You want to pull when you come up. And then just as a bonus, I recommend you finish the exercise, even if you don't do multiple sets, with holding a plank, whether it's a high plank or a low plank or whatever. My goal is to get to where I can hold a low plank for 60 seconds. That's what I'm working towards. And I think it's helpful when you start to train in a particular area that you have a goal you're working towards, so that you motivate yourself, especially if we're stuck at home right now, to work towards that goal. So I hope you guys give these exercises a try. Thanks for tuning in.